Hello students, how are you all? As you all know, I am Mr. Prithviraj. I am your 8th class physics teacher. In our last class, we people have discussed about metals and non-metals and their physical properties. We are still discussing physical properties of metals. We didn't go on, or we have not reached up to chemical properties, right? Okay. When we speak about physical properties, the appearance or the outer kind of things, these things only we need to consider. We won't consider anything else, right? Fine. Okay. Now, in our last class, I told about three things. Malleability, sonority, lustrous. Right? Malleability is shown by metals, and non-metals will not give malleability. Lustrous nature will be given by metals, but no non-metals. Yes, some non-metals are there, those were lustrous like iodine, graphite and diamond. Again, sonority. Sonority means clinging sound, metallic sound. There is the only sound which is provided by metals, but there is a metal which will never provide, that is mercury. Right? And what else? Yeah, non-metals never give sonority. So these are the three properties which we have learned. Now today we will learn about another property called ductility. What it is? Ductility. Now, what is ductility? Again, ductility will be given by metals but not by non-metals. Now, what is this ductility? Students, when I say ductility, it is a nature which suggests that you need to convert a particular material into wire. You can pull and you can make them in the form of wire. In our house, conducting wires are there, electrical wires are there. What do you think? By which things those wires are made up of? You will say, sir, rubber or plastic? No. Rubber and plastic are the outer layer of that particular wire. But what exactly is there inside it? Any of metal, copper, aluminium, silver. Not silver. Silver and gold are used in specialized computers and all. But usually in your household you can see copper, brass like that. Right? So copper wire, or you can tell aluminum wire, aluminum, and foil we have already discussed. Malleability means converting them into foil kind of shape, and ductility means wire kind of shape. Can I pull this chalk into a wire? Can I convert it? No. If I beat, it will be brittle, it will be broken. It cannot be converted into any kind of wire. So from this particular point, from this particular observation, you need to conclude that ductility can be shown by metals but not by non-metals. Right? What else? Another physical property is there, that is known as your electrical conductivity. What is it, students? Yes? When this thing came into picture, the thing is electrical conductivity. ये क्या है? What exactly is electrical conductivity? Okay. Shock. I think you are quite familiar with a word called shock. Electric shock. Jhatka. Right? From where you can get this? You can get it from anywhere. If you are not that if you are not that protected. If you are not away from electricity, it may give you a shock. So let me tell you something. Whenever you can see a lot of linemen, electrical workers, when they rise up to the pole, by wearing rubber gloves they are using everything. They are doing those all stuff. Why they are using rubber gloves? Next question. When we when we spoke about wire, just now we spoke about wire, those wires are covered by some kind of rubber material, right? Around it, a rubber is surrounded. If you touch wire also, it is not giving you shock. Why? Why it is made up of rubber only? But our sir said conductivity is done by metals. So why do rubbers are there to protect it? Means rubbers are there as the outer border. I answered already. It will protect us. Why? Because no non-metal in this world can conduct electricity throughout them. What do you mean by conduction? The conduction means what? Taking particles from one part to another part. Conduction means what? While doing physical connection, when you have touched something, means physically when you are touching something, if particles from that particular object is transferred through you, means by using a particular material, if elements are transferred, then you will say that is conduction. So here, a non-metal touching to electrical wire will not conduct electricity, because non-metals are strictly against conduction of electricity. Is that clear? Okay, but it is suggested that you should not put pencil inside your socket. Why? Because pencil contains an element called graphite. Pencil contains an element called graphite. Graphite is the only non-metal in the world which will conduct electricity. Graphite is the only non-metal in the earth which will conduct electricity. Sir, we haven't heard about graphite. Yes, you have here. You have your pencil, the black color stuff with which you are writing, that is graphite. And graphite conducts electricity. So please be careful with that. You should not plug that graphite into anything, any switchboard. Into that you should not do. Okay? It may give you a shock which is deadly. Okay? You can conduct an experiment to show this. How? First you will take a battery. What we will do? This is activity number 4. In this, what we will do? The aim is to identify electric conductivity of a material. Here we will identify the electrical conductivity of material. Now we will take one battery. Okay. Suppose this is a battery. Now this battery should be connected like this. Now this is a conducting wire. Here you place a bulb. Okay. Here you cut the wire. Okay. Just now see there is an opening over here. Just open it like this. You keep this wire like this. Now keep here a piece of wood. Keep here a piece of wood. Okay. And switch it on. Switch the battery on. Bulb will never glow. Now keep it iron nail over there. You see the bulb glows. From here it is concluded that the iron nail can conduct electricity. Now just replace it with pencil. Pencil which is what you call means sharpened both the sides. If you touch again, you will see the light is glowing. Although it is dim, but it is glowing. And if you take example of zinc, copper, you will see again they are also conducting. If you keep sulfur over here, again it is not conducting. So from here you can conclude that, from this observation you can conclude that those who are allowing electricity to pass are metals. Those who are not allowing electricity to pass through them are usually non-metals. But one non-metal is there which is allowing electricity to pass through it, that's graphite. So that is the only thing which are used by children. Sorry, not children, which is used by children. Right? Children is wrong. So children usually do use pencil a lot. My dear, please take care of that. You should never put pencil in any kind of electrical socket or appliances directly, or else you may get shocked. Is that clear? Fine. Materials that allow electricity to pass through them are make the bulb glow are called electrical conductors, and most of them are metals. This is the only thing which we got from this particular experiment. And now we will see conduction of heat by metals. Electrical conductivity we have seen. Now we will see conduction of heat. What we will see? Conduction of heat. conduction of heat. In your book, number of examples are given, number of experiments are given. You can go through that. Number of activities are given. You can get it by our online classes, means recorded classes in the form of animation. But I'll give you certain example which is quite easy to understand. When you are using a metal cup to drink tea, okay, suppose you are using a metal cup to drink tea. After pouring tea, can you touch that cup? No, you cannot touch. Why? Because that is still burning. It will be like this you will do. Why? But if you are holding with a glass cup, you can hold it. Yes, we can hold it. And while cooking also, you see the adjusts, the holders are made up of plastic. Why it is not made up of metal? But whereas the things which are direct contacts of heat, means upon which you are cooking, that thing is made up of metals, no? Yes, that thing is made up of metal. What if we will made it with wood? The food won't happen. The food you cannot cook, right? So from here it is concluded that metals can conduct electricity. So and heat. Metals can conduct both electricity as well as heat, whereas non-metals do not conduct heat and electricity except graphite. And even graphite cannot conduct heat. Graphite will burn. You see, you take a piece of wood and you need to place it over a source of heat. You will see that wood will be burning. Okay, after burning you may get heat. But if you place a spoon, you will see the spoon won't burn. But you are getting hot, means your hand is getting hot. You will soon leave it. Why you are leaving it? Because heat is conducted from the source to your hand and you got shock. Which shock? Like heating shock. Your hand might burn. From here it is concluded that, very much concluded that these two things never conduct heat and electricity. Who? Non-metals. Now let me write clear-cut physical difference between both of them. One side people must write metals, other side people will write non-metals. You will separate it, you will give lines in between. Okay, difference, what you can write? Metals are lustrous, non-metals are non-lustrous. Right? Some non-metals are exceptions, like your iodine, graphite and diamond. They are exceptions. Okay. Now second point is metals have sonority. Do not have sonority. Here you should write except mercury. Except mercury. Mercury doesn't do anything. It cannot give sonority. Third thing is metal have malleability. That means you can convert them, you can make them, you can into sheets. Where non-metals do not have property called malleability. You should write nicely. I am giving just outlines. Fourth, they have ductility. Two metals have ductility. They do not have ductility. They don't have ductility property at all. Fifth point is your what you will say conductivity. they conduct heat and electricity. Heat and electricity do not conduct heat and electricity. For electricity you can take exception as graphite. You can write graphite can conduct electricity. Is that clear? These are the difference of physical properties between metals and non-metals. Up to this you need to be prepared well. Okay, fine. Okay students, in our next class we will be learning chemical properties of both metals and non-metals. Okay, until then, bye bye.